Robbie Thompson, Dennis Hopeless, Kieran McCowan, Dexter Vines, Ariel Olivetti, Julio Ferrara, and Brent Peoples continue the war for Earth-3 as the Titans arrived to aid Rick Flag and his squad against Waller and the murderous Crime Syndicate. Robbie Thompson and Dennis Hopeless finally end the war for Earth-3 in the most inexplicable, random way possible that makes literally no use of any of the things set up across the event. The issue felt like it was put together, then cut up and glued back together in the most random ways possible, with no one, the reader included, knowing what the fuck is even going on. So many of the plot points are either ejected or not even brought up, like Johnny Quick stealing the cosmic treadmill from The Flash issue 780, or Harley Quinn from Earth-8's involvement on what is, I guarantee you, them thinking that Harley was actually on the squad since she's dressed exactly like the normal Harley in this issue, and them forgetting that she's not actually part of the squad and having to redo a lot of the art or a lot of the story to fix that. On top of that, the Titans' random involvement finishes up as quick as they joined, doing some really out of character stuff with Nightwing and the Titans where they essentially abandon an Earth in peril just to look after some kids who were already being looked after anyway. It's such a shame since the story teased in the opening of the event and even all the way back in Future State, which this event was leading towards, was so damn cool, and I love the idea that we had characters like Match and Nocturna taking center stage and being the main character focus for a lot of the Suicide Squad run, but it's all just thrown away here at the series end. Kieran McCowan, Dexter Vines, Ariel Olivetti, Julio Ferrara, and Brent Peoples all combine their immense talents to give the lackluster finale at least some super enjoyable looking artwork. I love the Ultraman Superwoman battles with them literally throwing buildings at each other, giving the book a great blockbuster feel, and the final page shot of the new team protecting Earth-8 was quite cool and something I really wish we're gonna see more of, but I don't know whether we are. War for Earth-3 issue 2 was an immensely disappointing finale to what could have been a really awesome Suicide Squad centric event, but with the event having to rely on 2 tie-ins from books that had no business being involved and characters from those books showing up, we are left with a random, inexplicable mess. I'm going to give this issue a 4 out of 10. War for Earth-3 issue 2 finds Ultraman relaxing, finding it nice not have to deal with all of the noise for once, knowing that he could have let it burn down years ago though. Harley Quinn meanwhile wants to smash Ultraman, but Mirror Master decides to deal with it himself as Rick Flag and the Titans battle the Crime Syndicate as Calibra gets a really bad idea on how to deal with Power Ring, possessing the villain's ring and using it to help out the good guys. The heroes soon corner Ultraman, but the villain easily stops the possessed Power Ring, kicking Calibra out of his body before he simply walks off, not caring for the other powered heroes. Harley and Mirror Master meanwhile find Waller, but Scudder stops Harley from bashing her head in as the Titan students appear before Waller, telling her that she is under arrest. Waller merely laughs in their face as Rick tells Nightwing that Waller knows that they are outnumbered and she merely is letting them wear themselves out, and if Ultraman decides to fight, it's all over. Harley and Mirror Master return having taken Yorick's head, revealing that they found the alien man and they had Harley knock his head off, finding that it contained all of Waller's secrets. Flag wants to figure out how to access the secret files as Starfire returns, having found Ultraman, telling them that he is at the local zoo. Mirror Master manages to access Yorick's secrets, bringing up a hologram of the Earth. Parker meanwhile asks if Waller is ready for her morning briefing when suddenly he is shot and killed by Bloodsport, who says that Parker got in his way. He demands to know what Waller is playing at as more beings appear in the room around her. Waller reveals that she thought he might show up and try and kill her, so she built a human shield out of Bloodsport's brothers from throughout the multiverse. Brothers she can teleport in on her command. She doesn't want to have to kill Bloodsport, but the assassin reminds her the bombs are offline, but Waller knows they aren't, but wants to check anyway, opening her briefcase and flicking Talon's bomb off, blowing up the man's head and killing him, knowing that he has been pissing her off all morning. Peacemaker and Ambushbug meanwhile are saved from the fortress blowing up by Superwoman, who hates the idea that she actually had to save someone, leaving the buffoons as she races back towards the city. Chris asks why Bug ran her off like that, so the being says that he wanted some peace, but it happens whenever he opens his mouth, it seems. In hell, Match and Nocturna continue to enjoy their peace and quiet as Waller arrives, offering them a proposition. Peacemaker and Ambush Bug reunite with Rick in the city as they head to the zoo, soon finding Ultraman, who says he grew up on a farm and animals are uncomplicated, something which he likes. He finds it funny that they are confronting him with guns since he could just end their lives with a snap of his fingers. Rick says that he just wants to talk, asking why he handed over his world to Waller. Ultraman says that the lady offered him the cure to his biggest headaches and will keep his super friends in line, knowing it's a win-win for him. Rick thinks that means that he needs to do whatever she says, but Ultraman knows that no one tells him what to do. The nearby Daily Planet suddenly erupts with power as Rick asks the villain what Waller has planned, asking if he knows, since to him, the power looks like an interdimensional invader took over his golden throne, and now she's doing whatever she wants, as Waller usually does. Rick says that she has destroyed Ultraman City and now she is going to seal his world in a bubble and hold it in her fist, cut off from the multiverse so no one can threaten her grip. He wants Ultraman to tell him again how that doesn't seem like he's a puppet, as the villain becomes enraged, blowing up the zoo and the animals. Waller meanwhile stops the fighting in the city, but Nightwing knows that she is on the losing side of this battle and she can't just call for a timeout when she's losing. Waller knows that she isn't, as she reveals Nocturna, Match and Bloodsport are now on her side thanks to her blackmailing them. Nightwing knows that they will fight whoever Waller has, but the woman reveals that she has had the headless Yorick kidnap the Titan students. She says that she doesn't want to hurt them since this had nothing to do with the Titans, and if they come inside, she will release the students and teleport them all home. Ultraman, however, arrives, dropping the entire building on Waller and the others, enraged that she would make him look like a fool. Rick knows this isn't what he wanted, but Ambush Bug wants to know what he wanted when he baited a megalomaniac like he just did. Waller teleports back to her HQ, getting ready to teleport the Titans and their students away, but Nightwing refuses to leave, but Starfire says the children are their priority. Donna won't trust Waller with the kids, but Waller knows that they attacked her and now she's sending them home unharmed, and that's all she has ever wanted, to keep people safe. Flag asks what safe means to her and if bowing to the feet of an evil Justice League achieves this. Bloodsport reminds him that Ultraman was running things, revealing that he, Match and Nocturna have joined Waller again, wanting Rick to listen to what she has to say. Rick wants to know what Waller and could possibly have said to him to make him believe her, since there is a psycho Superman out destroying the city currently. Waller reminds him that she didn't set Ultraman off and she left him alone, but Rick knows that it was always going to happen eventually, but Waller is aware of that, which is why she had Johnny Quick get the Phantom Zone projector, since they were always going to double cross the monster. Rick says that she doesn't get to play hero all of a sudden, but Waller leaves Rick to deal with it, since he wants to be the big man who saves the day. Flag, however, doesn't trust her plan, and Waller agrees no one should, since she did horrible things to protect their Earth, but it was never enough. But now she has found a place she can save, and one these people can keep safe. But step one is stopping Ultraman, wanting Rick to help her do so. Rick wants to know where Nightwing is, so Dick tells him that he's taking the students home. He understands Rick's plight, knowing that his mentor disappointed him and went too far, but wonders if today is about today, or if he's trying to punish Waller for the past. Flag knows that she can't be trusted, smashing up the Phantom Zone projector as Ultraman blows his way into the Daily Planet, knowing Waller cannot hide from him. Waller knows that Flag ruined this and now they die in a fire. Luckily, Superwoman appears, smashing Ultraman down and telling Clark that he disgusts her, thanks to letting Waller manipulate him so easily. She beats him into the ground, telling him that he was meant to be a god, but look at him now. Ultraman punches her away, angered the woman would dare touch him as Waller makes her move, getting Yorick to power up the teleporters, telling Rick that she's running since this is all his fault and he ruined her plan. Mirror Master knows that the villains will level the town and kill everyone, asking if they are leaving. Ultraman continues beating down Superwoman, having tolerated her games long enough, and she wasn't kept alive out of respect, since she is not his equal. Mirror Master and Ambush Bug teleport in, getting the villain's attention and using Scudder's mirrors to blast him around the world and even to the moon, giving the team 5 minutes to get ready. Harley gathers the projector's pieces, giving them all to Yorick, who knows that even for him the projector is far too damaged to repair. Harley returns his head, asking if he can build another one of them. Yorick knows he could, but the materials are Kryptonian and hard to to come by and they don't have the time. Rick and his squad assault the returning Ultraman, blasting the weakened villain down as Johnny Quick realizes that he's being hurt, intending on taking down the villain, but Ultraman smashes him away into the air, calling them all insects as Power Ring arrives, having made the projector with his constructs, sucking in Ultraman, who asks for Donna's help, but Superwoman calls him pathetic. Later on, Harley frees Dr. Rodriguez from her trap as Rick reminds them that they haven't won yet since Waller is still missing. He asks if the Crime Syndicate can be left to rebuild better than before, but Superwoman knows it can't be much worse. Match begins to wonder if Waller was right about what's coming and if their world can't be saved anymore, but Rick knows that they will be there going down swinging, and besides, Waller still needs to pay. Waller soon appears, wanting to save Rick the trouble of finding her, but before he can shoot her, Match stops him, giving the woman his word. Waller begins teleporting Rick and his squad back to Earth-0 before telling Superwoman that she did her a big favor and Waller owes her, wanting to talk to her about it. Before she does, however, she takes the trapped Ultraman, attaching him to Yorick's device, and pressing a button, she teleports the entirety of Earth-3 out of its multiverse. Later on Earth-0, Match isn't sure about this plan, but Nocturna knows that this is everything Waller promised, and it's like Match said. Home wasn't their home, and this gives them a chance to be more than carbon copies. Match kisses her, knowing that they will stop Waller if she tries to do anything, as Waller arrives, telling Match to put on the suit and see how it fits, as Match dons his black Superman suit, leading Waller's own Justice League back to Earth-3.